Hey, 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 Wheatfield. This is your girl Lati coming in for a quick channel message here on Tears and Wheat to Roll Show, where you're showing enough, never know what you're going to get. We were going to do a reading, but the Most High, Eternal Lord of all, said that we are not really going to bring a full read right now, but we did have a couple of cards out, and it kind of goes along with our reading earlier today when we were reading the chakras, looking at an impasse, a blockage or something. And we definitely see crown chakra energy, and there's a mudra here for us to practice during our meditation. So maybe this mudra, you can use this hand positioning as you meditate. That's one to try. Let's simply just hear. That's one of the vibratory meditations that I will use. One of the variations, whether it's just humming or the so hum or the tat sad or kabasa. Couple of different meditations that you can do, or mantras when you meditate, but that certain position, this mudra, is to help you with that crown chakra. We also had some heart chakra affirmations here. We have, I love, accept, and forgive myself and others unconditionally. Like the Most High says, a man, causes 6 offenses, then we forgive them 7 times, 6, 7 times, one for each offense. We are currently, or constantly looking for forgiveness from the source, so we ask that all the time. So in order to receive what we ask, we must give that. So giving forgiveness onto others and onto self unconditionally. I am open to give and receive love. Again, that giving and receiving. My heart is open and I am listening to it. My heart is open and I am listening to it. Maybe you can say these all while you meditate. I mean, that's just something to repeat. I feel compassion and show kindness to others. I show compassion and kindness to others. Yes, and then we will be calling that compassion and kindness back onto self again in the spirit of giving and receiving. With that, Father said that we have just a couple of things out. Have you answered your deepest calling and inner authority and intuition? Turning your gaze within. So to turn your gaze within to self, doing that inner self shadow work, I feel. So we have both of these out. Warrior woman, answering your deepest calling, and going inside and looking at your intuition to discover what that calling is. And then again, this one behind that, tuning into the portal of your heart. I feel heart chakra again related to that. We have the last two, which I will take on to self-edification, which is have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. We're definitely coming right out of holiday season. We've been doing a lot of celebration. Father says that's wonderful to show gratitude, yes, and appreciation for life, for family, for friends. Again, leaning into that unconditional love, giving and receiving love. So surrender onto the sweetness of life. Also, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Make love to life. And joy was a great one because we had joy earlier today, was a topic of, she was the star of our reading today. So I'll get that in there so you can see how that comes together. Just absolutely Beautiful. So Father is saying, as you are going on this journey to kind of focus on that heart chakra, that heart space, working on this root chakra, that sacral chakra, that solar plexus, to transmute that energy we spoke about earlier today. So if you didn't see that episode, please go back and watch it. I think it came together really well. It was one of those ones that was like a pot roast, a whole bunch of chopped ingredients, and you throw it together, and before you know it, you get something that's really good, really hearty for your soul. We threw some cornbread on the side, a little hot sauce. You know how it go. Get to cooking, yeah. So, because we definitely are on a discovery for our passion, and to come together with self and a soulmate, like clearing all of that energy out and being impartial, like seeing things from an unbiased standpoint, being balanced in your judgment, right? That judgment leads us to miracles. You can see all kind of miracles work from that, where you can again tune in to yourself, answering your calling, and doing that from an impartial standpoint. Again, that unconditional love and forgiveness, that takes impartiality to give it unconditional. Yes, but we do see impasse here. We saw this impasse, and that's what we were talking about, busting up some of this doubt, right? Some of the doubt, some of the fear, some of the worry, and some of this feeling of loneliness. But the Father said, you can persevere. You can persevere. Coming out of like that so serious mindset, like lighten up on self, again, that impartiality, releasing judgment. Beloved, have fun with life. Know that you are going through this for learning. You are learning through it. And even though we feel like we make right and wrong decisions, all of our decisions are giving on to the process of learning for growth and ascension. So lighten up and hold on lightly. Learn the lesson. Learn it. And then you can make different decisions going forward. Yes. And that right there is to, get some relief so you can experience your joy again. Yes, that again, that perseverance into self-esteem, right? Knowing that you're learning and you're growing, that boosts your confidence. We talked about journaling, writing down some things that in your path that you have overcome, that gives you the confidence to know that you can make it through whatever you're experiencing right now. Either you're on the high tick and really flowing in your joy feeling, and you want to ensure that it lasts, right? That is, you have longevity, true health and abundance going forward, like that up that never comes down, and having true confidence in that. Or you are on your way into that space and you are working your way into it to persevere to get to it, and then trust that once you have it, it comes in. You have it, you've touched fingers to it, right? Because you got to have the faith that it's coming, like feel that thing now. But when you actually receive it in physicality, that you trust it and you hold on to it knowing that you deserve it. You deserve it, yes. And to trust that you deserve it, yes. Yes, I possess the gifts of my soul that benefit me and others, and I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Again, the decision making, getting past the fear, getting past the doubt, getting past any denial or grief. What did we see down here? We saw loneliness, worry, fear, and doubt. All of those things can definitely impact your self-esteem. It can impact your ability to change and to grow. And if you do get it, you have to have the courage to know that you can continue, that you can persevere, that, it's not a fluke, that you're not, into some whole imposter syndrome. That is really a part of your God-given purpose, your Dharma. So it may feel like a miracle, Father say, because I feel like it's a really big thing. Yes, because we tried to get underway with this message, and we just felt like there was an energy that wanted to stop it, that wanted to block it. But it made us all the more adamant that we should persevere and deliver it, even though Father says it's not a full message, just an energy reading to close out the night. I feel like it's something that we're going to sit in the space and let it, discern, so that we can bring it on the morrow. We have regret and we have envy. Regret and envy. And again, I feel these emotions in that sacral and solar plexus area. So it's like whatever you may have gone through, imagination, growth, change, and death are all here. So I feel like change has been imminent. Empathy is here. And whatever you're going through, whatever the path that you've been taking on in terms of this growth and transformation, the change that you're experiencing has been bittersweet. It has come along with some experiences that you may again find difficult to persevere through, or maybe you've had to really persevere and develop a sense of trust. That's another one. Those two energies. And I feel that there's been a transformation that's going on with that death, the change, and growth, and having an imagination, right? Maybe you are beginning to experience that what you've been calling in, what you've been working to persevere through adversities, to learn things, to push past your challenges, and maybe even seeing others and their growth get there before you. And sometimes that develops a little bit of feeling of animosity, of envy. We saw maybe regretting decisions in the past that have held you or stifled you or things like that. But if that be the case, know that you are right on time, beloved. Like, don't worry about what you conceive to be time lost. The infinite intelligence does not work in time. It only works in desire and intention and what you're giving. And if you give it, you will see the miracle from your work, from the giving. You will see it. Maybe forgiveness keeps coming out. We saw it in the chakra, and now here it is in the soul journey. Forgiveness, chakra earlier today, or maybe it was last night. But we've been working on those chakras. So forgiveness, we see pride. We're not gonna shuffle too many times because Father said we're not doing a full reading. So we'll pick back up on this energy and see. But happiness is here. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So to be happy with where you are, where you're at right now in this path, completion is here. That speaks to that death card, a transition, a change, an ending of one thing and a whole beginning to something else. And I hear survivor's guilt, But we don't want to have it be too confusing. But we definitely still feel a lot of this energy brewing. We have here now, how can you mother yourself, caring for self, nurturing you, rest, hydration, nutrition, empathy and sympathy onto self, understanding, seeking within you, again, this unconditional love of myself. I love, accept, and forgive myself and others unconditionally. We saw forgiveness come out here. We have happiness and gratitude. Look at this green. Again, heart chakra, happiness, gratitude. Discipline is behind that. So you have been disciplined in this change. Again, working on your heart space, your crown chakra, your intuition, is spend more time outdoors. That's a card for getting grounded. And maybe you are going to make a decision. Father says take your time in making any decision. We did see forgiveness in a couple of cards that should make you, that would require you to pause and really think, like the doubt, the fear, the loneliness. All of those are areas or sentiments you don't want to make a big decision from, because you want to dig into that emotional intelligence, transmute that energy first, let it sit in the heart space so that it can be discerned. Let your intuition speak, have the Father send that message down onto you, so again you can see what is being said and you can really serve it out from a place of goodness, obeying what has been given on to you. Archangel Michael says, please help me stay strong, and will help you stay strong and relax as you approach the situation. Remind yourself to detach. Detach. I saw impartiality, to detach from the situation, to step back. Allow the situation to naturally unfold. It will protect you, because oftentimes the answer is already in the issue. So whatever transition or change that came about, we saw death, we have completion, we had the change card, may again have brought on feelings of loneliness, doubt, fear, making you feel like you need to persevere, and maybe again it is causing you to be a little bit too serious, or not have that joy in life, or even if you are have a lot of things going on at once. Father said again, let go of fear. Fear is definitely a part of the issue. Fear, forgiveness, we saw envy, we saw doubt and regret. All of these are a lot of energies that get stored up here in this space, and these could be compounding issues, things that have happened over a series of space in your experience, like not just something of late, but has been going on and going on, like you've been taking one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing, and not having the ability to fully process them, to really grieve them, to really allow them to be laid to rest, right? To get them into balance, to detach and pull yourself away from it. And with this, how can you mother yourself? And right behind it is this: what's triggering you? Yes. And then we're right back into the beginning to answer your calling. What's calling you? And then here we have tune into the portal of your heart. Devotion, heart chakra. Right back in that. And right here on the top of here is inner authority, your intuition. Tuning into you. Turn your gaze within. Yes. I love, accept, and forgive myself and others unconditionally. That's how I feel like the most important statement here. Gratitude, happiness are all heart chakra. Father says we're done. To lighten up a little bit, to take your time making any new decisions right now, to let go of fear, to remain disciplined, And the last one really was doubt, heart chakra. That's a part of the issue. Judgment is a challenge. To detach, to choose. Again, this is a choice you may be challenged with, and Father is saying to take your time making any choices right now. There is some fear, some concern going on. There's been a lot of change, a lot of churn, a lot of energy I feel. Father wants you to rest, wants you to lighten up, to hold on lightly, to turn your gaze inside, kind of work through some of these emotions that you have in this root your sacral and your solar plexus to free up your heart space so that you can discern, so that you can really dig into your intuition, what's being downloaded onto you, and let it rest and discern so that you can move forward and move forward in confidence, because that is where your abundance is, moving forward with confidence. Again, patience with this indecision. Patience. You want to be sure that you have recovered all of your self-esteem that's in a challenge, because you've been experiencing a lot of change, okay? So that is it for this quick little read. Thank you guys so much for indulging and sitting with me. I know it might have felt a little bit choppy, all of those ingredients coming together just to see what was flowing and what was going on. But we wanted to be able to get that out because we could feel it. And sometimes when that energy is brewing, we just can't rest. We have to, we have to dig in and get it out. So we appreciate you for being here. Gratitude, I feel, is flipping in the reverse. So someone may not be really able to dig into that energy to have gratitude and gratefulness or feel happy with what's going on, especially when it's been so much change, and especially around the holidays. That could be a thing. So digging into those energies and releasing to purge them out, to transmute them, to break it up, recognition and processing. Anything else, Father, we can say? No. Take your time. That's the only thing. Father, say, take your time. Take your time. It's hibernation season. The cycle has started. We are of the understanding that the new year came back on December 25th, and people don't think it comes until the spring. That's not our thought process. We think about the fact that anything that bursts in the spring, like it springs forth, because they are already budding, right? But the work has already begun for the cycle. You just can't see it. It's underground. It's underneath. It's on the inside, on the other side of the dirt, the underside, the shadow work has begun to really determine what needs to be birthed out, taking all of the nutrients so that that new seed can be fortified, can be edified, beloved. Yes. So we are well underway. Just make sure that you're moving appropriately for this season, which is inside, internally, edifying self, breaking things up, getting the nourishment out of that last cycle onto self, so that when you do burst forward and spring forth and you bud those seeds, then it has everything in it that is going to survive this new cycle all the way to your harvest, okay? So until the next now on the Tears of Wheat Tarot show with your girl Nite, where you sure enough never know what you're gonna get, we are gonna call this session an Ashe. But remember, we gotta say this every day. We had to tell you that we love you. We love you just like we love me. Love us, yeah, because we love the Creator that made us. All right. So again, to the next now, Ashe.